DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say so. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Hooligan Heavy, how are you doing today? I am actually extremely great today. I'm actually here for a show, and today I really want to bring you Slipstream. Slipstream has actually gotten into my hands, and she is the sinister stratospheric siren that I'm actually really here for and everything. She is just amazing to me so far. And she is actually a direct retool and repaint of Windblade. So we're actually going to check this out. We're actually going to check out the side of the box over here where you can actually see all that dazzling art from the 40th anniversary of Transformers Legacy United. So let us get into this. I am actually really here for it. Welcome. If you haven't already, please hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I really appreciate it. If anything else, if you want to get these shirts, you can actually hop on TeePublic and you can actually find them over there. I'm going to link you right down below so you can actually check those out. Also, thanks for joining me once again. Let's get to the stage. I really can't wait to talk about Slipstream. And here she is coming in for a landing, and I really have to say, one of the figures that I was actually waiting for the most was Slipstream over here. One of the Empresses of Evil. She is actually pretty awesome, and I love her. You know, there are a lot of incarnations of Slipstream that are actually out there. There was one from Cyberverse. Didn't really care for her as much or anything like that. I know a lot of you Cyberverse people out there love Cyberverse and everything. I'm sorry to say, but she was not the Slipstream for me. And then there was one that I wanted more than anything, and that was a Transformers Prime version of Slipstream that was incredible. But she's so damn expensive right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that I'm actually going to be able to, like, get her anytime soon or anything like that. Although, like, all of you guys who actually do go out there and, like, find her and get her, like, she's amazing. You really need to have her in your collection. But here we are with Legacy United, and she's not looking too shabby at all or anything like that. And let's just take off the blast effects right over here. Just wanted to first off show that she is blast effects compatible, so we can actually take these off right over here on her thrusters and get a good look around at her and everything. She is a remake and retool and recolor of Windblade. And just let me bring Windblade out here for comparisons really quick. Just let me get her landing gear down here and everything, which is nice. It's always nice when Jetformers actually have landing gear and everything. So here we go, and then here goes Windblade right over here, and I'm just using her sword as a way of like bringing her in and out, making her look magically like she's actually landing. But there we go, a 1-for-1 ratio of what we actually had from what we actually have now and everything. I didn't really have to say the darker colors really work for this jet mode and everything. I really love this. I love this figure altogether. I think she is actually really wonderful. I'm a big Windblade fan and everything like that. So she, almost all the incarnations of Windblade that have actually been out on the market and everything I've actually copped. So I really like this character a lot. This one isn't really so bad or anything like that, and I had like my thoughts about her, but I think that this actually really highlights everything that the mold is actually supposed to be bringing over to us. Those dark, deep purples right over here, actually really nice. I love that matched in with the light purple and then the teal that's actually going on in here. That metallic teal is actually really amazing. You actually have like a lot of black going on into her and everything like that also. If you look underneath, there's a different color purple right over here. We'll actually get into that in just a minute. But also, You know that there's a damn robot hiding right underneath here and everything. I kind of wish that they actually found a way to like make maybe another connection piece that could have actually gone right over here and then cover up this section right over here, or maybe extended the legs of the leg panel a little bit more so you could actually have that covering to cover up this part right over here. But aside from that, it's really not too bad. We actually have the null ray blasters that are actually right on the side right over here. They're actually done in this really nice shiny material and everything like that. It's like a shiny paint that's actually overlapping a clear plastic over here. And one thing that I always thought about this is that I always think that the blasters can actually be brought in a little bit closer into the jet itself and everything. And I kind of feel like you could actually kind of like easily do that by like kind of like bringing the forearm down, and then we actually have like another set of pegs right over there. So I think that you can actually kind of come over here and like install those null ray blasters right over here. One thing that actually gets in the way are going to be these shoulder pieces right over here and everything like that, the shoulder guards. So you can easily bring them in a little bit more to like actually make it aesthetically more pleasing and everything, even though one way or the other, this side and this side, it's actually just as cool as the other and everything. But aside from that, it's actually really, really great. I love everything that's actually going on in here. Let's just bring this back to where it was before. And just really nice stuff over here and everything. Very aerodynamic, including this kind of like more boxy area over here and everything like that. But I love the fact that it actually comes with the intakes right there and everything. So not bad. I'm loving the dark teal that's actually going over here right by the window and everything. You know, that's really, really nice. I like it a lot, you know. So we actually have purple thrusters right over here. On my copy, I actually have to tighten up the tail rudders right over here. They actually do droop down a little bit more and everything like that, but that can always be fixed. So there we go. It's actually really nice. It's actually like a really nice swooshy kind of like jet mode and everything like that. It's really, really cool. You can actually also have these there we go, these turbofans right over here. You can actually kind of like propel them like this and everything like that if you actually want to have that feel like she's actually using that to actually add to her flight with hard T, you know? Or you can actually just like leave them over there and use them for vertical landing and takeoff and everything like that. So it's a very, very cool play mode. Anyway, let's get out of this and we're actually going to go into jet mode. Oh, also, I want to show her off with my favorite right now and everything like that. And she's actually going to be like one of my favorites also for this new grouping. So let's bring in Filch over here. And there we go. I really love this. I kind of like feel like they're kind of like sisters in evil, you know? So like I think that's actually very, very cool. And they really complement each other with like the full dark purples and everything like that. You know what I mean? It's actually so cool to see them both together. Anyway, let's get out of this and then we're actually gonna get her into her really cool robot mode. So let's do it. Headshot! And here we are. In order to get Slipstream into robot mode, just had to fix that a little bit. Let us start off by removing the wings right over here. We're actually going to get them out of the way so we can actually start off everything else. We'll remove her hands right over here and over here. And we're going to bring these legs, all the way out just like this. And then we'll actually start also getting these leg panels down. We're going to bring the tail fins all the way to the back. They are actually conjoined and they're separate pieces that are actually connected right onto her feet. So we actually just want to bring it out like this, and then we'll bring her feet all the way, we'll bring her legs all the way down, and then bring these coverings down also. They're actually going to peg in. And there we are, and that's the first leg all done, and we just want to like finish off with the second, and there we are. Then we're going to rotate her legs. We'll bring these two tail rudders inside here, just like so, and then go right over here. We can show you all the magic that's actually going up here. We're going to split this nose cone. We'll bring everything to the back. Also, we're going to bring these pieces over here, and we're going to accordion this part of the nose cone in. We'll bring this all the way over here, and then we're going to lift this, and we're going to bring it right past here, and then form it right in the back. And then there is going to be a peg that's actually right over here that we actually want to bring the window right into, just like so. And then after that, we can actually just like adjust the shoulder pieces right here, the shoulder guards, and then we can actually bring the wings up a little bit. There is a thumping action right over here where there's a peg hole that actually goes right into the wing right here. And if you're ready, you can take off the null ray blasters and you can actually undersling them right over here. And you can actually take this one and undersling it right over here on her forearms. And there we go. And then that is Slipstream in robot mode. Let's check her out. She's amazing. She's so cool. She's so cool and well worth the wait. I really love this figure. And robot mode is really where you actually see this figure shine and everything. You can actually also notice that she actually comes with like about about 3 different shades of purple here and everything. We actually have the lavender that's actually, or like the kind of like blue purple that's actually going right into her legs, her abdomen, and her arms. We actually also have this really nice violet that's actually going on over here and on her wings and everything, and that also makes up the main part of her backpack, and also this really deep purple right over here. That's very, very cool. So I think there was a lot of forethought that actually went into that. Also, let's take a look at her face over here. That face, and don't mind my sinister light over here and everything. I did it that way for a reason. She looks like she is pure evil. Look at that. That's actually really great. I am actually loving the hell out of mine. Just don't mind me using blast effects to point these out, but these red eyes right over here are just gorgeous, you know, and you can actually see like a little bit of the reflectiveness that's actually going on into her eyes and everything like that as I'm actually moving her around. You actually have a red crest right over here, and this helmet is actually just very cool, very reminiscent of like what we actually what we're looking to expect with a Seeker, you know. And I'm actually calling her a Seeker, but in my headcanon, I think she's actually joined the Pirates, you know what I mean? I think she is fully a part of the Star Raiders and everything, and I'm actually standing by that altogether. Let's take a look down here. We actually have the teal with the Decepticon symbol, and at first I really thought that this was actually going to translate pretty badly and everything like that, because this is usually supposed to be reminiscent of like what we actually have with her jet's cockpit and everything. That's actually supposed to be right over here in the middle and everything like that, as all good Seekers should actually have it. But you know, all in all, she really isn't too bad. It doesn't really translate that badly or anything like that, you know. We actually have black right over here. Again, the purple legs are actually just like really great, and I love this really amazing, like super like amazing teal right over here. You know, it's a good metallic and everything. You can actually see the sheen that's actually on the inside here, and that's actually really nice. And then you actually have the backpack over here with the wings, you know. You'll actually still have the teal that's actually like right on the wingtips right over here. So all in all, a really great figure. She is just superb. Now the thought of Slipstream actually being a Seeker actually does come into play a lot here and everything. So let's bring her over here, and let's bring Starscream over here as well and everything. And there we go. I think that she actually kind of like really fits the bill as far as like being a Seeker and everything. And not only that, but I really love the fact that we actually have like a great feminine form here and everything like that, a more athletic build more than anything else, you know. And I think that that's actually very, very cool for like a slight Seeker as far as she's actually concerned and everything, you know. One thing that's actually kind of like bothering me though is the fact that we don't have like the null rays on the side of her arms and everything like that. Like the null rays are actually pretty like flexible and everything like that as far as like weaponry actually goes and everything, and they're actually very transmutable and everything. So you can actually kind of like undersling them under the arm. You actually have like pegs like right underneath here. You can actually put them in her hands right over here, so she can actually have like handheld blaster action and everything like that, so that's actually really nice. You can actually install them over here and over here, so that's actually really nice also. And in addition, right over here is like a slot that's actually right on the leg and everything, so you have like lots of options. But one thing that's actually still missing is like the upper part of the arm. I found that there's like there's a peg hole that's actually right on the back or over here, but it actually gets in the way of this thing. So what I do sometimes, just to give her a little bit more badassery, is I'll actually just kind of like do this and then kind of like set these back a little bit. Now there we go. Now she actually has like shoulder cannons and everything like that. This is just me going psychotic with this whole entire thing, you know what I mean? So there we go. And then you can actually utilize the back over here. It's not really the most eloquent way of doing things or anything like that, admittedly, but it actually does. If you actually really needed for her to actually have like the null ray cannons like right on her upper arm and everything, and you know, I was actually kind of like getting pretty anal about that whole thing. It was just like, you know, why doesn't she have it there? But like she can. So there we go. And then I guess this can actually be a radar dish and everything like that also, because like that's what nose cones are actually supposed to hold in there, I think, right? So there we go. And then you can actually have her blast Autobots of Kingdom Come and everything like that if you actually really want to with these null rays. Like, again, it's not the most eloquent thing to do or anything like that, but it's actually something that you can actually do if you really wanted to do it. And when she's not being overpowered, you can actually kind of like set her along over here with like a couple of her friends and everything like that. I really love this all together and everything. Also, if you actually really wanted to like get the wings out of the way and everything like that, I don't see anything wrong with doing this all together. I kind of think it's actually kind of like a cool like on land kind of like look and everything like that. And also, if you actually kind of wanted to store this in your collection, the wings don't really get in the way as much and everything. You can actually still do that with Windblade also and everything. So it's, again, another option of things that you can actually do if you really needed to do it that way and everything. But there we go. And now we actually have this, like the Sisters of Destruction here and everything like that. So we actually have Slipstream and Filch. I still think that Filch is actually a witch, you know? But there we go. And then they actually look like the duo of destruction all together and everything like that. I really love the way they actually look together. They are just great. And if you actually wanted to bring like anything added and everything like that, if we're actually doing like Autobots and Decepticons fighting alongside each other and everything like that for the good of the common goals of like of plundering the riches of the seven stellar seas, we can actually bring in Windblade over here, and they just really look cool together. I really like the way this actually kind of like offsets everything, you know? Like we actually all know that Windblade is actually like a true-hearted superhero and everything like that, so there we are. But like I really love this look. It's actually super cool. It's super great. Our articulation actually goes like this for Slipstream. We actually have like a 360, you can actually do 360, well, kind of almost 360 and everything. Just had to move my light so you can actually see this a little bit clearer and everything. So I kind of like feel like the color actually really gets in the way and everything. I like the way the color actually looks, but it actually still gets in the way for this particular head sculpt. There we go. Now I can actually show you a little bit more on this and everything. So like right over here, you actually see this with like the longer chin and everything. It doesn't really work that way for Windblade, although Windblades actually works a little bit better for her because of her head sculpt and everything, the way it actually should work with like a smaller, more rounded face and everything. So because of the fact that we actually have like more of a more of a rectangular face here and everything like that. And her chin actually kind of like really just like bumps into everything. So there we are. We actually have like a 360 inhibited by the wings and everything. But if you actually really wanted to move the wings out of the way, you can. You know, you actually have like this much direction right over here. And then you can actually bring the wings all the way up and all the way back and everything. And they actually have locking points right there. So that's actually very cool. You can actually like, you have like a bicep rotation right here. You have like an elbow bend right here. You actually have wrist articulation on a deluxe figure like this. It's actually very small, and I love the fact that they actually did that on this figure. It's really cool. Also, you actually have waist rotation right over here. You can actually kick up just like this, so you actually get a high thruster boot right in the face, you know? And then you actually have Van damage coming right out like this and everything like that. So there we are. That's actually really nice. Donkey kick to the back and everything, you know, so that's actually very cool also. Then you actually have a knee bend right over here. If you really wanted to manipulate things a little bit more, you can actually get that out of the way, and you can actually get the back of the leg out of the way, so you can actually kind of like make some faux poses like this and everything like that. So like use that for whatever you would actually will, you know, so that's actually really nice. I talked about thigh rotation right over here, so that's actually really great. She has a little bit of thigh rotation. It goes to the outside more than the inside over here, and that's actually kind of like due more to the cut of her leg right over here. So you do have it. It's just that it's actually kind of like, it's kind of iffy on like what you can actually use it for, since you can't like bring it all the way inside and everything like that, but it's there, you know. And you also have toe tilt right over here, so that's really great. And then ankle articulation. And the one thing that I've actually found about mine is that you can actually use the back tail rudder to actually kind of like just kind of like leave her stationary and everything, because like it should actually be where the thruster should actually take on a lot of the weight along with this and everything. But I've actually also found that it doesn't really work as well or anything like that. Sometimes it actually, sometimes it's just like a second to like actually fix her up. Sometimes it's not, but I usually kind of like leave these tail rudders like right down a little bit more past the thumb point and everything, and then that should actually get you better stances and that sort of thing. So all in all, just very cool. So let the purple rain begin, and this purple rain as an R-E-I-G-N. You know, like it's actually very cool to see this figure all together. I am really enjoying a lot these two figures themselves and everything. They are just like really just a great pair to have together and everything. But if you get a chance to get either one and everything, you are the winner, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, not that you're a winner, you're not a winner already, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are actually just like amazing. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, like this character is actually super great to have in hand and everything. I think that she's actually great. Her colors actually pop. Everything is actually just like really fantastic on this class. So if you actually do decide to like actually go up and find her, get her, she's really well worth it. I love the fact that she's just so great in hand and everything, you know? In any case, final thoughts are coming up. I know that there are a lot of you out there who were actually doubting Slipstream right over here as the Empress of Evil that she actually is, but when in hand, she made a believer out of me. I really love her a lot. One key thing that I'm actually really not a big fan of, these hollow wings right over here. I kind of hope that somebody out there might have like the added pieces to actually install into Slipstream to actually make her wings whole. But the top of the wings, not so bad or anything like that. It's always something though that they actually miss on each and every one of these figures and everything. I know it's actually kind of like a cost-cutting measure and everything. It is what it is when it actually comes down to it. But there we go. Slipstream is actually just a badass. She's a badass, and I love her a lot. If you actually get a chance to go find her, please do. I highly recommend her. I think she's actually great. She may even do it a little bit differently and not a lot better than Windblade over here and everything. And I'm actually kind of surprised. I love this version of Windblade. I think she's actually great. But when you actually have the purple badness that is this figure altogether, I think she actually really far outweighs everything. I love this figure to death. If you get a chance, pick her up. And when teamed up with her sister in evil over here, this diabolical duo are actually going places and they need to get there quick. These characters are just fantastic. I love having them both in hand and on my shelf right now and everything. Like, I didn't realize exactly how much I was actually loving purple until now. I really think these two are actually great, worthy of being in your collection, and I think you should actually get them. Slipstream's amazing, Filch is amazing, go and get these two, and that is it for me. As always, I appreciate you all coming in and joining me again for the ride. Again, I love the fact that you're actually here. I could actually do this show on my own and all by myself and everything, but it's always great having company, and I love the fact that you've actually tuned in once again to join me for another ride through this thing. You know, like, you could actually be doing a lot of stuff out there and everything, but I appreciate you all taking the time to come in and see my show. So again, thanks a lot. You guys are great. As always, you are the main character in your show. Make sure you're treating yourselves mindfully. Make sure you're treating yourselves worthily. Make sure that you're actually treating yourselves amazingly each and every day, because you are the host, the captain, the captainess, the person that is actually the main character in your own story and everything. So make sure you actually treat yourselves amazingly. Make sure you bring that amazingness to each and every person out there and everything, because they deserve it as well as you do. Also, make sure that you actually take that love and throw it all the way through the universe back down here over to HQ, so I could always use some myself. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I will talk to you soon.